We actually found these two baby birds.
Hello! Oh my gosh! You are absolutely adorable!
I know! My goodness! You guys are so loud and hungry. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having an absolutely amazing day today. So guys, today is a rescue day. Now guys, if you know what a rescue day is, that means we are going to be rescuing an animal today. Now of course, if all of you have been following the channel, you know I just moved into my new beautiful home right here, and I have been on the hunt for some furniture. So I've been on OfferUp, I've been on websites for stores, I've been on literally everything, and sometimes you can find amazing pieces on OfferUp, but while I was searching on OfferUp, it is so unfortunate that people also do sell and advertise animals on there. Now, selling animals on OfferUp is completely illegal, so they try to hide it and they try to sell an enclosure and then list the animal as well. So that is exactly what has happened today. We actually found these two baby birds. Now when I say baby, their feathers are barely coming in. They're very little. They're still on formula. So God only knows where the heck that these babies came from, what conditions they're in, if they're even being properly taken care of. Now of course I jumped to it and I contacted the people who posted it. So we are picking up these baby birds today, and cross our fingers these babies are happy and healthy and nothing is wrong with them. But we're going to have to see and investigate for ourselves. But before we pick up these baby birds, guys, we have to head inside and get some things ready. Alright guys, before we pick up these little baby birds, we of course have to get everything set up to transport and bring these birds to their new home. Now I don't know what these birds have been living in, I don't know if they're getting the proper heat to keep these little babies warm, but we're going to make sure that those babies are going to get all of that today. So here we have a box, and this is actually going to be a perfect setup. Now when you think of a bird, you probably think of an enclosure, you think of a giant aviary. Now these babies barely even have their feathers. So this is exactly what we want to put these babies in. We are going to be putting some bedding in here. Now we're going to be putting and lining bedding on the bottom, and these baby birds are going to spend the first couple weeks of their life in here because they can't fly. They're still dependent on syringe feedings, and they are just getting a kickstart at life. So what we're going to do right now is we already got this open. We're going to go ahead, and if you guys take a look, we're going to pour it. We're going to get at least about 2 to 3 inches of the bedding. So we're gonna keep going. All right, let's see. And okay, let's try to break it up. Let's see if this is enough. All right. Oh my goodness, these little babies are going to love this. This is nice and comfy. This is going to make them feel nice and secure like a nest. But you can see we definitely do not have enough, so we're gonna get this completely filled up. I'll be right back with you guys. And we have all of the pieces unclumped. Now we're just gonna spread it out, and I'm thinking this is looking good. This is going to be perfect. So we're gonna push it all down. And there we have it, guys. We got our bedding in place. Now, of course, our little baby birds will probably jump out of here. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually be taking some tape, and we're just going to be taping the sides up like so. Now, by doing this, the birds will not be able to escape. They won't be able to jump out. So we need to put this on all 4 sides, and we almost have it done. And you can see this box is nice and deep. We got our bedding. It's going to be perfect for these little babies. And we got one more piece. All right, guys, let's do it. We're almost done, and there we have it. We got our box. We have everything set up to go pick up these little babies. So guys, I'll catch you all once we make it there. Guys, oh my gosh, so we picked up the baby birds, and I literally had to stop on the side of the road because I couldn't let these babies sit in here much longer. The guy was not that nice when I picked these little babies up, but we have a backstory. But before I tell you the backstory and the story of how these little babies came into the other person's care, take a look, guys. Look at these poor little innocent babies, and take a look at what he gave me them in. All right, guys.
Hello! Oh my gosh! You are absolutely adorable.
So you can see that these babies don't even have, let's open this up. They don't even have all of their feathers yet. You can see they're pretty naked. Their feathers are coming in. They have all of their little capsules on their feathers still that are coming in. Let's pick his little wing up, guys. These babies are the sweetest. Look at that. They still have their baby feathers in their butt. Literally, that soft feathers right there, those are still their baby feathers. This one is hiding under this perch right here, but just look what he gave us them in. I mean, they don't really have anything to grip on. You can see their feet are just sliding around, and that could be very bad for their feet development. Holding their feet like that, positioning their feet like that all day long. These babies are so pitiful. Look at this. Now guys, the backstory on these little babies is that this owner, this person actually picked them up from a pet store, and it's honestly baffling me that a pet store would sell these tiny little innocent little babies. Now, I'm assuming it's not just your regular pet store that you just go into. It has to be someplace different because normal pet stores down here 100% will never sell you a little baby bird that still needs to be on formula. And as you can see, if I hold, let me see guys, if I hold this little baby's mouth, look at this. Oh, are you gonna bob your head for me? Yeah, guys, do you see that? That little baby, if I hold its little mouth very gently on the side, it's still bobbing its head like it wants to be fed right now. Now, that is a natural instinct that these babies have. When they're hatched out of the egg, when the mom is feeding them, they have that natural instinct to bob their head, and you can see that these babies should not be without their mom. But unfortunately, down here in South Florida, I guess there are some pet stores that we don't know about that sell these poor little babies. Now, he told me that there was probably like 30 more. So imagine, these little babies were in a pile with 30 other little baby birds. And I also asked him, are these the only bird breeds that they sell? And he said they literally had tanks filled with baby birds. I mean, can you imagine? These poor little babies that should be with the mom weren't getting the proper heat, didn't even have the proper heat source in this pet store. We're literally just huddled up trying to keep each other warm. And that is the sad reality of animals nowadays. I mean, they're literally just sold for profit. These little babies, their life does not matter, but the money behind them is what matters. I mean, it's okay, guys. You're safe now. Look at them. They're literally huddled up together because they're probably freezing cold. And I think this one is shaking right here. So enough talking, guys. We're gonna get these babies into the proper box. So you can see we got the box back here, and I brought it for this exact reason. I told you guys I didn't know the conditions of how these babies were gonna come, but honestly, guys, I could have told you from the start that they were gonna come like this. I mean, I've dealt with so many rescues that at this point, I'm a pro at it. I mean, these poor little babies need to get to something where they can actually grip their feet on so they don't have bad feet development. I mean, I don't even know how long these babies have been living in here. It looks all dusty, it looks all gross. It's definitely been cleaned out, but you can see, guys, it's been definitely gross. So let's get you. I know, you're a little scared. So we're gonna pick up the first little baby. Oh my gosh, guys, look at this. Oh my gosh. Now, the owner did say that these are green parakeets. Now, I've never seen or dealt with any baby green parakeets this young. So guys, if you have any idea what this little baby bird is, please comment down below. We're gonna do a little research once we get home to find out exactly what these babies are. But you can see they have some yellow feathers coming in. They're pretty green. They have some dark green feathers here. So we're gonna definitely find out what breed these little babies are. And oh my goodness, are you trying to nestle on me? Guys, this little baby is trying to nestle on me to get some warmth. So we're just gonna go on. Let's put you in your new container, your new little home. Okay, guys, there you go. Oh my goodness. There you go. You have something to walk on now. Guys, look. He's literally running around. He definitely has to be so much happier. Look, he's checking out his new little area. He's running around right now. So we're gonna grab his little brother right here. All right, little buddy, come on. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Look at your little baby feathers. You guys are so sad. Here, get on me. Get a grip. We gotta put your feathers away. Here, wait. You need to grab your foot. Here, we gotta put your feathers in. Put your wings in, I mean. All right, guys. All right. And let's go on ahead. And put you in. There you go. With your brother or sister. And just look how he is just checking his area out. Oh, and he did a little duty right there. He did a little duty, but you can see that these babies are a lot happier. Cuddled up in their new box with some nice fresh bedding to keep these babies warm, keep their feet from sliding, and they are going to ultimately be more happy and healthy. Now we got to pick the babies up. You got to see, you got to hear the update and what is going on with these babies. We're just gonna head home, and I mean, these babies seem very hungry. It looks like they had a little bit of food in their crop, but definitely not enough. So guys, if you know anything about birds, they actually have their crop in the front of the chest. Now I don't want to stress them out anymore, so we're gonna check out their crop once we get home. But you can see that the person who had these baby birds before me, I don't know if he was feeding them enough food or just a little bit. I mean, honestly, I have no idea. He showed me what he was feeding them, and it was a good brand, but honestly, at the end of the day, you can never tell how someone is really taking care of their animals behind closed doors. So guys, the only thing I have to do is to get these babies home. And we have everything set up to feed our baby birds. Now, of course, we have the formula right here. We have our syringe, our brand new syringe. We have our little bowl we're gonna be mixing it in, our spoon, and our water. Now, first off, we're gonna go ahead and open this on up. All right, guys, let's see. We're getting a scoop. Now, we don't wanna put too much because there's only 2 little baby birds. So filling an entire scoop is definitely way too much. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna eyeball it. We're just gonna go. We're gonna go, and that looks about good. So we're just gonna go on ahead and start pouring the water. Now, when making baby bird formula, I honestly eyeball how much water I put in. Of course, you don't wanna make it too thick, but you also don't wanna make it too watery. So we're gonna find the perfect middle ground. So let's go on ahead, and we wanna do this very slowly. And if we pour a little, we can always gradually pour more, but we don't wanna pour too much and then it be too watery. So we're gonna keep on mixing. Now this formula is a little bit different than other formulas. The other formulas that I've used in the past are more of like a dark orange to a dark brown, but this one seems to be white and it mixes a little bit different. So we're just gonna keep on going, we're gonna keep on stirring, making sure that if you guys take a look right here, you can see there's a bunch of clumped balls of the formula. So we just wanna make sure that we get all of that out, and then we're gonna heat our formula up. And look at that, guys, our formula is the perfect consistency. It's not too thick, it's not too liquidy, so all we're gonna do is we're literally gonna pop it in the microwave for about 5 to 10 seconds, all right? And it's almost done, guys. We gotta do the finger test. Now, guys, if you don't know what the finger test is, we must put our finger in the formula to make sure it's not too hot and it's not too cold. So we're gonna give it a nice little stir to make sure that the formula is evenly heating up and we don't have any hot spots. And we're gonna stick our finger in. Guys, that is perfect. So let's go feed some baby birds. Now, guys, before we feed these baby birds, I want to look at their crop. Now, the crop is where they actually store all of their food that they are being fed. So we're going to pick up the first baby right here.
Oh, I know you're so hungry and you want some food.
So we're actually going to get a hold of the top of his wings. All right, little buddy. But if you take a look right here, if you see at the front of his chest, that is actually where his crop is. So you can see it is literally completely deflated. He has no food in his system, so that is why they're very, very hungry. They're running around trying to find food. So once we feed this little baby, this crop is gonna be nice and full. Let's take a look at the other one. All right, yeah, I know, you're so excited. Oh my goodness. And look, the same thing with this little guy right here, literally completely deflated. There's nothing in his crop. So guys, let's get to feeding these babies because they must be starving. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna pop open our new syringe. We'll make sure everything's sanitary. And we're just gonna take our formula and we're gonna start pulling it on up. Look at that. All right, guys. And we have it in our syringe. So let's go ahead, bring the first baby right here. Now we're actually gonna be holding the little baby right on the sides of its mouth, and you can see I'm kind of pushing its head down a little bit, and you can see it's doing like this bobbing motion. Let's see, just like that. Now when birds do this, it's actually a natural instinct, a natural response that these baby birds do when they are being fed. And what's happening is when they're doing that bobbing on their head, their trachea is actually being closed, and that's when you can give them the food in their mouth. Now, when they're not bobbing their head, you do not want to give them the food because their trachea is open and they can actually choke. So you can see he's bobbing his head, doing a great job, and we don't want these babies to choke, so we have to make sure that they are doing this every single time. I know, my goodness! You guys are so loud and hungry, guys. These babies are literally starving. I mean, I don't even know the last time that these little babies have been fed. I mean, look at them. They are literally devouring this formula. They're almost done with the first syringe. They honestly might need more than what we need. And let's see. And we just gave the last little baby the last little bit. Guys, take a look. So Pokey Woman, my Maine Coon cat, came over to greet the birds a nice welcome to their new home. Now she obviously can see these little babies under supervision, but with any cat, you definitely want to make sure that you don't leave them alone together. But we fed the babies one syringe. Now I want to look at their crop to show you guys the difference, just how one syringe can make their crop bigger. Oh my gosh, guys, do you see that? It literally looks like a bubble on his chest right here, and you can see that's just by feeding him a syringe. Oh my goodness, look. So that's where all of his food is stored, and the same thing for the other baby, but you can see they're still making a lot of noise. They're walking around. These babies are definitely still hungry. So we're going to go ahead and get another syringe full. All right, let's see how much these babies want to eat. And we're gonna do the same exact thing. And grab the side of their mouth, push it down a little bit, and there we go. Oh my goodness, that's so good. We're gonna get the second little baby right here. Oh, got some formula spilled on you, little buddy. I know, you're hungry, it's so loud. All right, we got him. You can see this little guy is biting on me. Oh my gosh, guys. This is insane. These babies are so hungry. But that's great that they're amazing eaters. They're getting the hang of it very, very fast. And look at them. And we're on our last syringe. So these babies have almost finished the entire formula that we've made. I mean, they are champs at eating. They've completely devoured this food. And we're going to give the last little baby. There you go. And we have finished the formula, guys. I mean, I'm not even joking. This whole thing is completely empty, and that is a very, very good sign. You can see these baby birds are still chirping, but you can see they're not walking around as much. They definitely are a lot more content. Now let's also take a look. I can already spot it, but I don't know if you guys can see it too well when they're laying down. But look at this little baby's crop. Oh my goodness, guys. Look at what a difference. His crop is nice and full. This baby is nice and fed, and he is no longer hungry. So we're going to go put him down, and we're going to check out this little guy right here. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Let's see your crop. Let's see it, guys. Oh my goodness. It's like night and day. Look at that. His crop is completely full, and it's so weird because their crop is very, very mushy. So we're going to put these little babies back. All right. There you go, guys. So you can see that they have completely stopped chirping. These babies are nice and full, and that is very, very good. Now, they do seem nice and healthy. But now what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to get them set up with a heating lamp because babies this little, even though that they have each other to keep them warm, we got to make sure they have extra warmth to keep these babies from getting sick. So we brought the little babies into my garage. Now guys, bear with me. We don't have any lights in here. My garage is still under construction. You can see we don't really have anything in here. Now they actually just put the ceiling in, so it's not really under construction anymore. We're gonna do the final touches, but we brought the babies in here because it's nice and safe, nice and warm. With the AC unit, we can control the temperature. But for extra protection for these little babies right here to keep them nice and warm, we're going to be putting a heating lamp. Now we got our heating lamp set up right here, and now all we have to do is plug it in. So guys, let's go ahead. Let's plug our heating lamp in 3, 2, and we got it. So you can see the red light beaming off my face. We got the heating lamp set up. Now you can see it's not covering the entire box. These little babies are able to get to shade when they need to if they get too hot. But we're of course going to be monitoring these babies to make sure that they are comfortable, they are happy, and they are healthy. But look at them, guys. Are you babies nice and full? Yeah, you guys are so happy. Oh my goodness, we got some happy little baby birds chewing on mommy's fingers. Hello, you want to chew on mommy's fingers? Yeah, that tastes so good. Oh my goodness. But guys, you can see that these babies are thriving. They're doing absolutely amazing. Now, of course, we're gonna be monitoring for them for the next couple days to make sure that they don't come down with any sickness. Now, I don't know what these babies have been exposed to, if they've been exposed to something that could potentially make them sick. So that's why the garage is a perfect place. There's no other animals around. It's nice and warm, and it's basically a quarantine area for these little babies. So we wanna make sure if they do have anything, they're quarantined from any of the other animals in the house so they don't get anyone else sick. But I'm thinking that these babies are gonna be a-okay. We're still gonna take them to the vet to make sure that these babies, they're doing good and they're healthy. But guys, that's going to end today's video. If you all enjoyed today's video, rescuing these little baby birds, well, give this video a big thumbs up. Now guys, comment down below a name for these 2 little babies. We got 1 little baby, we got 2, where are you? We got 2. Now guys, if you wanna see these little babies grow up or crazy animal rescue videos, well, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel in the link down below.